Hi friends, welcome to Stay Stitching. My name is Carla and I am glad you are here. Today's video is going to be about a challenge that I am doing with Whitney over at TomKat Stitchery. And I'm really excited about this challenge. We've been emailing back and forth and have a lot of ideas, and we just really think that this is going to be a fun thing for the sewing community to do together. Both of us want to build more relationships with our viewers and more discussion and see more of what you are doing. And we thought this would be a really great way to do it. Now, all of you know Whitney from TomKat Stitchery. In fact, I think I've gotten a bunch of new subscribers because she has mentioned my name a couple of times on her channel. Thank you so much, Whitney. And welcome to all my new subscribers. Now, I started watching Whitney. I think I found her right at the beginning of her channel, right when she was brand new. I may have seen her first video within a week or so of her posting it. And of course, right away, just like all of us, I fell in love with her. She has just such a delightful smile, great personality. She just, as a person seems like someone that you're drawn to her. And because she's friendly and open and welcoming as a person. When you add to that her sewing expertise and her interest in fashion, then that's, kind of a match made in heaven. And her channel has grown very quickly and deserves to have grown very quickly because she offers a lot to us. And so I was watching Whitney and, excuse me, I had pneumonia and some other stuff, so I'm still not 100%. But she started to post these modules, and I was very intrigued by them. Now, this was not the first time I had heard of a module. They've been around for a very long time. Whitney was intrigued by the module concept. She first became really familiar with it from Christy Russell, who is a YouTube stylist. She's a Canadian, and you can hire her services from anywhere in the world. And she has a YouTube channel called Christy Russell, and I'll link it below. And she seems like a wonderful person. And, so Whitney was watching her, became intrigued by this concept, which of course, Christy, it's all ready to wear. Whitney, she's thinking, I can do this, but I can make things that suit me precisely. I can make things that are exactly what I'm missing in my wardrobe. I can make things that fit me perfectly. I can make things that flatter me perfectly. I can choose based on the fabric I may already own, what colors to be put together. So I imagine that that's some of what Whitney was thinking when she translated what she had learned from Christy to her own sewing. And so, I watched a few of her modules and even started this summer. I started a module. I can't remember how much I got done. You guys know I'm a bad finisher. I got 3 or 4 pieces done out of it. And then I started a fall module, and I have maybe 3 pieces of that done. But I got to thinking that it would be cool to do a collaboration with Whitney. And I emailed her and or messaged her probably, and was so thrilled that she was interested because she's doing a real YouTube channel. She's making a living off of it. She has a filming schedule. She has an upload schedule. She's doing a real organized YouTube channel. I'm doing oh, hey, I love to talk about sewing with my girlfriends, and I'm just going to randomly throw up a video whenever and talk about something and, kind of have terrible follow through and all of that stuff. So when she said she was interested and we started bouncing ideas back and forth, we knew that this was going to be a fun thing to do. So today's announcement day, let me take you through the schedule. The challenge will run from January 28th through March 24th. You must have a full 6-piece module that consists of 1 topper, 2 bottoms, and 3 tops posted to Instagram by midnight, March 24th, Eastern Standard Time. The entry must use the Great Module Sewalong hashtag, and you must tag both Whitney, who is at TomKat Stitchery Carmel, and me, and I'm at Carla Mayfield 5, the number 5. 3 winners will be picked randomly to receive one of 3 prize bundles. And I think I'm going to link Whitney's video at the top of my description, and then also copy and paste her full description from her video into mine so that we have consistent information. I don't want to make a typo or whatever, so I'm just going to copy and paste that in there. I'm going to put the link to her video at the top of that. She goes into more details. I'll talk about that. So we're going to have those random winners, and the prizes are kind of nice. I mean, I would be thrilled to win any of them. So, you could wind up with a nice little module wardrobe and maybe a bonus. But even if you didn't, you'd still have your very own module wardrobe. So you want to make sure that you're subscribed to both myself and Whitney so that you don't miss anything. Here are the prizes by our lovely sponsors. Bundle number 1 is a 100-pound haberdashery box from Minerva, 100 pounds. So that's fantastic. Bundle number 2 is a 6-pattern bundle for another module, possibly, from the Sewing Workshop. And that's a fairly high monetary value. I think their patterns are between $15 and $20 a piece. I can't remember. I have 3 of them, I think. But so 6 patterns times 15 or 20, that's a substantial gift from the Sewing Workshop. That's Linda Lee's company. Bundle 3 is a pattern of your choice from Itch to Stitch. We see a lot of her beautiful patterns, and a $40 gift card to use at Love Notions. Love Notions, I haven't sewn any Itch to Stitch. They all look wonderful. I need to get some of her patterns and sew them up. Love Notions is a favorite of mine. I have a lot of Love Notions patterns. Their pricing is extremely friendly. And the patterns, all the ones that I've sewn up have a full bust adjustment piece so that you don't have to do that. And I find their patterns simple and easy to sew and flattering, and they slide into your wardrobe and get along well with everyone. Living in Colorado, this is not a very formal place. And Love Notions patterns, not that they don't have beautiful dresses that you could make as fancy as you wanted. They do. But it feels just about right for a teacher's wardrobe and for someone who lives in Colorado and leads, a relatively casual lifestyle. And so I really love them. Can't say enough about Love Notions patterns. Let's see what else we have. So Altered Style will also be participating. So there will be something from them. We'll talk more about that. I'm going to, any of you who are not new to me, who have been around for a while, know that Troy and I had a fabric shop, an online fabric shop open for about a year. I decided that I didn't like working when I got home from work. I'm a special education teacher. And so we closed that at the beginning of the summer. Well, I still have bolts and bolts of fabric. So I'm going to toss something in and we can do that. Maybe I'll FaceTime the winner and go through and show you what I have, the bolts, and we can talk about color and fiber content and hand and drape, and maybe you could tell me what kind of patterns you're looking for, and I could steer you towards something in my shop that would be ideal for that. And that's all upstairs and just waiting for someone to go through. I have fabric beyond life expectancy, so I'm happy to share that. Um, let's see. So Whitney and I will be posting support videos every Tuesday through the challenge to help you along. Now, here's the schedule. On Tuesday, January 28th, we're going to be discussing silhouettes and patterns. And Tuesday, February 4th, we're going to be picking colors and our fabrics. And Whitney and I are just going to go through, our own personal, we do have a lot in common. It cracks me up that her eye itches. It's her left eye itches all the time as soon as she turns on the camera. My nose starts running because I think we're both allergic to fabric and all the dust that comes from fabric. And so, when I'm waving fabric around and everything, it always gets my nose running and it's embarrassing, but there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, and just like Whitney, you can't stop that eye from watering. And so that's just, or itching or whatever. It's just how it is when you have allergies, and practically everyone in Colorado has allergies. So Tuesday, February 11th, we're going to show our first top. So this is, we have a schedule. Keep in mind that none of these are hard and fast deadlines except for the very end one. You have to have your whole finished module by midnight Eastern Standard Time on March 24th. Beyond that, if you don't have your top done by February 11th, your first top, but you have both tops done by February 18th, you're golden. I mean, I understand, busy, I get you. And so on the 25th of February, top 3. On the 3rd of March, your first bottom. On the 10th of March, your second bottom. And Tuesday, March 17th, your topper. Okay, so tops are a top like this t-shirt that I'm wearing, just a top. And toppers are something that goes over, like a cardigan, a jacket. I mean, you could make a coat if you wanted. Anything like that, a poncho, a cape, whatever, a vest. A vest would work as a topper. So whatever fits into your wardrobe as a topper, that's what you make. For your tops, again, depending on your hemisphere, we'll be working spring or fall. I will be doing a spring module, so my tops will probably all be short sleeves. And just keep in mind whatever season you want to sew through. Whitney is going to try to do basics that would be in her closet year round. And so that'll be fun to see what she comes up with for that. And if you want to learn more about the modules, go to Christy's website and you can see more about those there. I am really looking forward to this. I cannot wait to see what you come up with. I can't wait to hear your ideas. I want to see, the fabrics that you chose and the patterns and how they look on you and how you've mixed them. And we're hoping that we can see you, on Instagram or on your YouTube channel in, what you have made. And do not participate if you can't get all 6 done. Please play with us for whatever fits into your schedule. If you get 1 or 2 items done, that's fantastic. Tag us on Instagram. We want to see what you've made. We want to hear about your fabric. We want to hear why you chose it. We want to see pictures of you in it. So don't worry about that. Now, this morning, one last thing I want to talk about. I was reading through some of Whitney's comments. Her video went up at 7 a.m. And so I watched it this morning sometime. I saw a couple of people who were nervous because their sewing skills aren't, where Whitney's are. Well, hey, join the club, sister. My sewing skills aren't where Whitney's are. I'm an intermediate. If you're a beginner or a brand new beginner, let us know. Put questions down below and we can toss some ideas out there for you for tops. In fact, and I'm just thinking off the top of my head, I'll have to pitch this to Whitney, and even if she doesn't have, decides not to put it in, I can still do it. I can make sure that when I show patterns, I'll show what I'm doing, but I can also show you some patterns for beginner, or intermediate. Do not be afraid to participate. Okay, do not worry about the schedule. Do not worry about, I don't have the time, I don't have the money to buy fabric for all 6 things. Just do what you can and join us. We're all in different places in our life, and we all have different amounts of time. We know Whitney sews like the wind, and during our discussions, during our negotiations, which weren't negotiations because we both agree with everything the other one said, I said to Whitney, I can't do more than 1 garment a week. She sews like the wind. She's been a professional, so she has all those skills in place that allow her construction techniques to go very quickly. Plus, she simply understands how garments go together and probably doesn't spend as much time head scratching over the directions like the rest of us do. So don't compare yourself to Whitney. Just don't even do it. Get what you can get done. And don't be afraid to ask us questions in the description box, in the comment section, or on Instagram. I will answer whatever I can. Whitney is the obvious expert, but if it's a fairly simple question, ask me so that Whitney can address the questions that might be more advanced from a more advanced sewist. But my babbling on and on here is to reassure you that this is no kind of contest. It is no kind of speed work. It is nothing like that. It is us. It's kind of like a sewing bee. We can't all be together physically, but we can all do this together. I think that's what is so appealing about all the challenges that everyone does. Okay. So other things that you could, well, no, I'm going to stop now. I don't want to keep going and going and going. So I hope you can join us. I'm really excited about this. And I look forward to having some boundaries for myself and some deadlines and goals. Whitney is super organized. I am more of an idea girl and a fly by the seat of my pants girl and a squirrel girl. And so it's very hard for me to stay focused and on task. I really like partnering with Whitney and knowing that I have her by my side to hold me accountable a little bit. And let's face it, she's not scary. Look at that smile. So let's all do this together and have a lot of fun. You guys take care.